the war cry. This one for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Can't forget about the bros in the North tribes. Enough said that we servants of the Most High, and it's no lie. On the Most High, we teach the laws in this earth. The Lord touched my mouth, He said use His words. He made me a prophet from birth. This work, it ain't for the weak. This earth, it ain't for me. This war ain't carnal but spiritual. For the battle here is not fleshly, but the flesh weak. So I press feed on the laws of God, so don't test me. And when it's time for war, the bro sounds the horn. I'm like a beast unleashed, you can't tame me. You preachers like cowards. You ain't rightly dividing the word of truth. You worship the creature instead the creator. Yahweh is coming to mutilate you. Oh, true. You washing, you dipped in the blood of the lamb. Gee golly, goddamn, I don't understand. If pastor's right man, then where is the man who stands in the midst of 7 golden lamps? Ain't no time to dance, we pull up our pants. We marry not now, but surely it's here. He who wants wisdom, then please give an ear. Put on from the fear. The whole armor of God is what we need to wear. All of the lights is like this.
Yes, sir. Now, understand one thing. He made a good point. If you ask a whole bunch of black people where you from, they're gonna say Barbados, Haiti, Dominican Republic, African American, right? But supposedly we came on the same boat, and the boat dropped out a little bit in Haiti, a little bit in DR, a little bit in Jamaica, a little bit in Barbados, and so forth and so on throughout all the islands, right? Now understand one thing. If we all came from the same boat, why today somebody's a Jamaican, somebody's a Bayesian, somebody's a Trini? We are the same people. That's right. I said, when you take the Creole language that Haitian people speak, you go to St. Lucia, they speak Creole. You understand? You go to Guadeloupe, Martinique, they speak Creole. But since slavery, these people has never been together. So how come they all speak the same language? Because they are one and the same people. Right. You understand? Now, give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. I'm going to show you how you can identify who the people of God are. Read that. Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
We are the 12th tribe of Israel. That's right. That's the history that's been hidden from you.
Where was
Read that.
Prior to Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
Here, Israel is the people, not the place. First, we are Israel. Read that. That's right. Listen.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all His commandments, which I commanded thee this day.
So it said, it shall come to pass. If, that's the key word. If you choose to do everything I ask you, this is God speaking, it's going to do what?
To observe and do all His commandments, and the Lord will set thee high above all nations.
So He would set us up high above all nations. But the key word is if. So Moses told the people all the words that God commanded him. He laid it down flat in front of us. Say, if you do this, you're going to be blessed. If you choose not to, you're going to be cursed. Read. Let's see what did we agree to.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
Some of it.
All that the Lord has spoken.
We agree. We say all of it we're going to do. So now here's a question for you. If there's a stipulation in the Bible where if we do what's right, we're going to be above. If we do what's wrong, we're going to be below. How do we know whether or not the Israelite had chosen to keep the laws or disobey the laws? Give me Daniel 9:11. Bring it out. How would you know? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to identify Israel. Through the blessings or through the curses. So if that's the only way you're going to be able to identify them, you must be able to know whether or not Israel kept the law or didn't keep the laws.
That's right.
Then you could know which route to take in identifying who the Israelites are.
Bring it out.
Now we're going to let the Bible speak and see if we obey the law. Read.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
He said, yea, all Israel have transgressed the law. So which means Israel did not keep the law. Read.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
So we did not choose to obey God's voice. Read.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore, it's the curse that's upon us, not the blessing, because the blessing would happen only if we choose to obey. But being that we choose to disobey, the curses is going to befall upon us. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God.
The oath. Did we just read the oath? If, the two ifs, if you do, I will bless you. If you don't, I will curse you. And we read in Exodus stating that what we said, we're going to do everything. So now, if I give you a job today, right? And when you come to work, you refuse to do your job. What am I going to do to you? I'm going to fire you. So that's exactly what happened to Israel. We refused to do God's will. Because of that, we were cursed as a people.
That's right. And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
So go back to Deuteronomy 28. The curses that's written in the book. We're just gonna go through a few curses and the brother's gonna come back up. Give me verse 36. Let's see what some of the curses are. And you're gonna be able to tell me if you can identify with those curses. So you can understand you are the living children of Israel.
That's right.
So-called white folks who's living out there, they are not, I repeat it, they are not the true Jews. They are the true Jews.
That's right. Deuteronomy 38, verse 36. 28, verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood of stone.
Wood and stone. And says, because you disobey God's laws, he's going to take you, your kings, your princes, your princesses, your whole family, and he's going to bring you to a nation that you don't know. And when you get to that nation's house, in that place, this is where you're going to learn to serve other gods. Woods and stone. Right. Give you examples. Catholic Church. Right? Statues, crosses. You understand? The cobblestone, that's a stone. He said wood and stone. Right. You're gonna learn to worship these things where? In captivity. Because guess what? Those religion you will not find in this Bible. There's not a religion in the Bible. There's a people and a law. Right. That's what you will find in the Bible. 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So now, regardless what country we move to, what are we called? Niggers, coons, spicks, monkeys, Jamaicans, Black Americans. Those are scornful nicknames, bywords, and proverbs. Because guess what? That's not your true name. That's not your nationality. Bro, what's your last name? Huh? Hardison. That's a proverb and a byword. You understand? You got that name from your slave master.
That's right.
That was branded on your forefathers. That's not your name. You, like the brother brought out before, you have left your inheritance to a shame. Because guess what? We forgot who we are. But until we remember who we are, we're going to forever stay here.
Bring it out.
We could keep marching for 20 years, 60 years, no justice, no peace. Until you return to your true nationality, you will remain a slave.
That's right.
Verse 46.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. And there shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses, they're going to be on you for a sign. Let's stop right there. Any of you own a business here? You own a business, right? What do you put in front of the store so people can know what it is? A sign. So that means the moment, let's say your business was good guns, right? The moment I see that emblem, I know that's your store. So it said the curses is going to be upon us as a sign. Which means all you got to do is read the curses and you'll be able to identify which people those curses belong to.
That's right.
Read.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart. For the
46 again.
Verse 46. And there shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Stop right there. You guys ever seen what's called the great wonders of the world? Would you consider the pyramid of Egypt one of the great wonders of the world? Yes. Because you baffled how the hell did they build that? But guess what? You see it once, you'll never forget it again. These curses is like a wonder. You read it once and you'll be able to like, oh damn, that's me. It does not identify with nobody else.
That's right.
Does not identify with nobody else. You didn't finish Daniel 9. Go back to Daniel 9. Let me bring a point out from Daniel 9. I'll start from verse 12. Because what you can understand about this curse is no other nation has suffered what we have suffered. Because any nation that have been in slavery, guess what? They have their own country now. They have their own land. What do we have? If we are so-called Africans, I've yet to see that one canoe coming from Africa and say, yo, bring me back my people. I've yet to see any president from Africa that say, yo, Africa's big, give me back my people. Never once. We are not Africans, we are the Israelites.
That's right.
Read that.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 12. And he had confirmed his words which is spake against us and against our judges.
He confirmed it. When you confirm something, that means you make sure it happened. Read.
That judge us by bringing upon us a great evil.
Listen carefully. By bringing upon us a great evil. Read.
For under the whole heaven had not been done, has been done upon Jerusalem.
No, go back to Deuteronomy. What was done to us and still being done to us, there has never been a nation that went through this. Right. Many nations have been into slavery, but not like we have. That's why we're still here today, right? Because why? We're still in slavery. That's right. Read that. 47.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Pay attention to this. It said, because now, this is the main reason why we're in this hellhole. Because you did not serve the Lord thy God. That's a possessive word, thy God, not the God of every nation. Because you did not serve that God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Because of that, you're going to serve your enemies. The so-called white man is not your friend.
That's right.
Friend do not enslave friends. That's your enemy. You're going to serve him. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent him against us because why? We didn't want to serve God. Read.
And hunger.
In hunger. When you need food, where do you get your food from? Okay, who owns them? Who owns the farms that grows the produce? So when you need food, you're going to serve your enemies. Who is serving their enemies for food? We are. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Do you own Poland Spring? Smoke water, Fiji? What water do you own? Then they just shut off the water in Philly a little while back.
And it's illegal to catch rainwater.
You can't dig up your own well and collect water. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. The pieces of clothing that you have on your back today, who makes them? Do we own any textile companies? God said we're going to serve our enemies in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. Read.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things. When you're born, you need a birth certificate. Guess who gives it to you? The so-called white man. Right. Your driver's license, you need to drive. He needs to give you permission to drive.
Right.
When you die, he needs to give you permission to get buried.
That's right.
In one of all things, you serve this man. But guess what? We're still here in this captivity, running amok, thinking about this place is going to save us. Give me Lamentation 4:7. Real quick. Right here.
And the want of all things means in the lack of all things, right? Who did the NOI have to go to in order to get a permit for this filing, which you call a march? Who did they have to go to? They had to go to the so-called white man to show you that we are still under the hand of our enemies.
That's right.
Because he's just saying we are yet this day still in our captivity. We got to pay for everything. We got to go to them for everything. That's why the Most High said we got to come to him and stand up and keep his law, statutes, and commandments.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Since the 1600, we've been in captivity. Until today, we are in captivity.
That's right. Where thou hast scattered us.
Where the Most High God has scattered us. Because why? We disobey his law, statutes, and commandments. So now we are scattered throughout the whole world to serve in one of all things. Read.
For a reproach and a curse.
For a reproach and a curse. Would you consider us a cursed people? Because what do we have? Ghettos? But you know the funny thing, finish that. I'm going to make another point. Finish that.
And to be subject to payment.
To be subject to what?
To payment.
When you work, why do you work? To pay bills. You don't even have enough to finish paying. You paying bills because guess what? You disobey the Lord God. Give me Lamentation.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.